I guess we hit begin, even though we're, okay, there we go. Little confusing. We've played for 5 hours and 8 minutes so far, all of which was last time. We've solved 27 fates apparently already out of the 60. Still have a bit to go. Quite a bit. Okay, so, oh, we actually left off in this memory. Perfect. It's gonna be weird getting used to how this game looks again, but trust me, it's a good one. We've solved quite a few fates. We're currently trying to figure out who some Chinese people are. And by that, I mean there are many people in this log who are from China, and we're trying to figure out who they are. All of these people. And what I've been told is we can actually recognize people based on their footwear. Like over here, they're all wearing distinct shoes for the most part. And we found somebody who has their arm hanging down somewhere. Where were they? I think it was over here, maybe? Yeah, this person. They have a tattoo of a lady. So we gotta find this person to recognize them, which I've written down their number 37, because that designates what number they are on this list. So Timothy from Scotland has this, but we need to find and match a face to that name. Doesn't look too bad. Yeah, I can also, if people want, I can change the color. Like, this is going to be very intense, by the way. This is a little too much. This is what Genesis Noir kind of did for the most part. Very intense contrast, which I'm not going to move around too much because it's a little much. This is the default that I think the game launched with. I'm not sure if the other color options were in the game, but this is like a bit easier on the eyes, you know? It's not my favorite because it has that kind of like brown, poopy kind of look, but it's easier on the eyes than like an actual solid black. Then we have IBM, which is like the Fallout kind of screen, little too much to honestly recognize things. Zenith's actually pretty good. I don't mind this one. It's a little bright, but I don't mind it. I think my favorite, though, is definitely not Commodore. Commodore is a little too intense. This reminds me of the game Nuts, which I tried the demo of and I wasn't sure about, but I think it just needed a bit more to get going, maybe. A lot of, you know, a lot of color variety in that one. A lot of direct contrast. I think it's like a 2 or 3 toned palette. I think IBM 8503 is my favorite monitor, though. It's like just right, where it's not too bright, but it's also not like a weird, it's like a weird dark navy. I like it. And the white actually looks like it's maybe a bit on like the pink side, maybe? I'm not sure. My eyes are really bad at telling colors apart, so. Anyway, so we need to start looking around to see if we can ever find where that guy with the tattoo is. Keep an eye out for that. Just look at every member of every scene, try to find this tattoo person. And we need to look for scenes where these Chinese people may be, because we need to analyze their shoes to recognize them. Which they're topmen, so they're going to be on the top of the ship somewhere. I'm going to guess maybe I should look at that one scene where the guy got struck by lightning. Because they're all handling the sail, so I assume those are mostly topmen. Commodore looked like we're underwater, the ship sunk. Alright, there's our spider head crab thing. I forgot what I said that was called. It was some, I think they're just called spider crabs. Alright, we're gonna try going to the memory. Oh, look at the rain. I actually didn't ever notice it splish splashing before. I'm gonna take a picture. We're gonna go to this guy's memory. At this point, we've seen every memory so far. Now we're just going to go back and fill in all these people, now that we have all these memories and references we can jump between. So this guy gets struck by lightning. Now, I'm not sure. I think he died from the lightning. He died from the lightning strike, because this is his death. There are people who can die from falling off of things. We haven't gotten to that. And some people have been obviously thrown overboard, and they probably drowned. So there's a lot of assumptions we have to make. This game does, if you get 3 people correct, it does confirm if you got their fates right. But you have to get 3. Now this guy, did we ever figure out who he was? We don't know who this guy is. But if we look at his shoes, we might be able to figure it out. I can't really see from here, though. So we have all the information to figure it out. I don't know. I don't know if he's Chinese, though. This guy looks like he could be, though. Can't see his socks, though. Or his shoes, I mean. I drew some little diagrams before, but it's gonna be hard to tell. Ugh. Now I'm trying to figure out what the heck am I looking at. I know somebody has like kind of that bandage sock pattern that we need to look for, but it's gonna be hard to tell in some of these scenes who's who. This guy. This one right here. We know who this is. This is number 39. Where's 39? Jie Zong. And we know later on he presumably got decapitated. Alright, alright. Okay, you. We have 2 people with these kinds of shoes. We have 59 and I think one more person. I'm trying to look at these old things I drew. I think 37 also, but 37 had a tattoo as well, which I don't think this guy has. I can't tell. It's one of these 2, though. So they have that style of shoe. One of them is 59. Oh, this guy. Okay, we confirmed him, so it must be this one. Samuel. This is the random name I gave him. I don't think he's Chinese, though. He might have the tattoo, though. His forearms seem a little skinny. I can't look. Okay, so he's a topman, then. This guy has been bothering me, because he's the one who eventually went to go attack the captain in the very start. But he's clearly a topman. Like, this guy survived the longest out of everybody other than the captain himself. So you're a topman of some kind, but I don't think we know. He could be Timothy if he has the tattoo. I'm gonna guess Timothy. For now. We'll come back. I don't think this is Timothy. Yeah, he's got his sleeves covered. But he's definitely some kind of important person. We've seen him quite a bit. He might be a topman, but I'm not sure. Could be Lewis, maybe. I don't know if I've labeled Lewis. Like, who did I label as Lewis? I don't know. All of these names that are crossed out are names that we've assigned to people, but they're not confirmed. He could be Lewis, though. I don't know who I named Lewis anymore. This guy has been eluding me for so long. I don't know who that guy is. Apparently I have the details for him, though. Maybe he's asleep in one of his bunks or something at some point. Because this guy is all over the ship. He's everywhere. So that makes me think he's not a topman. Because he's loading cannons. He's... I don't remember how long he survived. He's been up here. He's been all over the ship. So I don't know. This guy, I'm not sure. It's one of these 2, presumably. Or Whaley. I don't know who I labeled as that. I don't think these 2 had different, like, socks or anything. But we don't know how he died either. We can presume that maybe he fell. Who is that? I think I already know who that is. Can't focus on him, though. He looks like he's about to fall. There's also situations like this where we have to just guess what happened to certain people. There we go. Oh, you're alive. Okay. This is the name that we gave him, but I'm not sure. I gave him the steward. I'm not sure where exactly. He might be Omid, a Topman. That makes more sense to me. Him being from Persia, maybe, because the turban. Somewhere in that region. It makes you wonder if that other guy, this guy over here, is a Topman. Like, his identity is just, I have no idea. He's all over the place. I think he's somewhat of importance, but I can't tell. So I'm gonna label him as just an unknown Topman because he was up here. Same as this guy. Now that guy, I don't know. I think we get to see what happens to him after this, though. Did the dude in the robot shout? Yes, he did. He was like, hey, it's raining, a storm's coming, we gotta go.
Let me on. Over my dead body.
Which signals, hey, you should do everything you can and then leave.
Trouble, boys. Get in the boat.
Thought I'd forget. You killed my brother. What? That was an accident. The ropes.
It wasn't his fault. I saw the whole thing.
Lies. I shouldn't have waited so long.
No, don't.
Yeah. So we know who these two are, but I need to figure out where did this guy go? Where did all these people in the ship go? I thought maybe they went to the Canary Islands, but they may have not. Because currently, we're in Escape, actually. Oh yeah, they probably went to Azores, so I labeled that wrong. Or are we still in Doom? Where are we? Here, let me do this. Disappeared in the Doom. Because we're on the last chapter of that. So he disappeared somewhere around here, so they either went to Azores, Canary Islands, or Madeira. But I don't think Madeira is an option. So I'm gonna guess maybe they went to Azores instead? That's not super far. West Indies. I don't... Maybe there's like a log somewhere that shows where some people went, because I haven't seen a lot of these as options. I didn't do anything, but we'll try changing some of these people to see. So all these guys went to the same spot. I have no idea who this is. He must be some passenger. He is not one of the Formosa people, which for some reason haven't been cleared up yet. But I think I got one of their deaths wrong. Or the Formosa people. Okay, well, you're spiked. You're burned. She got bit in the neck, but I feel like that wasn't correct. Oh, he wasn't shot by the captain. He was shot by... Oh, no. Yeah, he wasn't shot by the captain. He was shot by... like, one of these guys. He was shot by... this guy. Samuel, I think. Which, this is actually the guy who got shot. Right here. A little confusing, but this is like a different picture. So Samuel, then. Maybe. I'm guessing his name. I thought we had 20 more minutes. Nightbot's just going. I feel like hers wasn't necessarily devoured, but she got like bit in the neck by a mermaid thing. No, I didn't mean to mark fell. Struck? No, like she got bit in the neck. Like maybe she was poisoned by them? I don't know. Torn apart? Does that count? She got bit in the neck and then died. You think that would be eaten, but I guess she wasn't eaten whole? I don't know. No, she wasn't decapitated. Crushed? No, she wasn't crushed. I think Eaton's correct. Like, she got bit in the neck and died by a mermaid thing. I feel like if I have these two, like, correct, but this guy's gonna be hard to guess because I don't know who this guy is. I thought I just named him. Hold on. Samuel, right? It's not confirming anything. Okay, maybe he isn't Samuel. Maybe he's not Irish. Maybe he's Scottish. Timothy. Oh no, I renamed him, that's why. Oh my god. Ugh. Well, let's try it anyway. Timothy. Eh? No? Okay. Maybe he is Samuel. So I'm just doing things until eventually it confirms something. Samuel. One of these three has to be wrong then. I know this guy's for sure is the one who eventually killed him. We know that's Miss Lim. Oh wait, no wonder I picked the wrong name. Oh my god. That's his name. Okay, let's try that again. Gosh darn it. This is me not paying attention because I'm just like, I just want to solve this. Where's the other name? The Scottish one. Go Timothy again. Unless her thing's wrong and she wasn't necessarily devoured. She must have not been devoured then. And he was definitely shot with a gun. I don't think there's a... The shooter memory. Yeah, maybe so. I wanted to figure out who this guy is, Nathan here. I just don't know where he escaped to. I'm assuming he's alive because he disappeared in this act. And they had a boat. So you think out of those three, like, what, something would be correct, you know? Are you sure? That's what the game says. Disappeared in the Doom. Unless this is a previous memory. Oh, it's a previous memory. Oh, I thought this took place after. Ah, I see. I thought this took place after the Kraken. Okay, never mind, never mind. So yeah, he probably like drowned or something. Okay, well we can figure that out then. Where's this? There's a lot of things where I found things in a certain order and I think I've like figured out the order in my head, but I was actually wrong. All right, where's old Sam? Or whatever his name was. So he disappeared somewhere in here. You probably got thrown overboard. It's not you. Looking for random people being thrown over the ship. Oh, wait. Oh, their whole boat got toppled. Oh, all those people died. Presumably. Oh, because the Kraken appeared right after. Where is he, though? I see all those guys. Who I'm now going to have to manually navigate to because I can't get close enough to actually zoom in on them. Okay, where were those guys? There's that one passenger dude. Also, yeah, let's say that's correct. Were those guys? This guy. Yeah, you're dead. You probably drowned. No idea what happened to this guy. We'll figure that out. Anybody else who I said was alive? Who are all those people? I could always navigate to that other one. Just throw in drowned. I don't know where he is right now. An unknown attacker. The beast? And he got like thrown overboard, presumably. We'll look around more in the scene to figure out where he is. Weird. Maybe drowned isn't correct. Yeah, the drawing from the memory is easier, but I'm just navigating around real quick. So then I have to like go back, go over here, and look. Yeah, you definitely drowned. Some of these guys are in. Okay, this is that one guy we just saw, but I don't know what happened to him yet. If he disappeared here, he probably died somehow. Same with these guys. They might have gotten thrown overboard or something. We already figured out you're the gunman guy. No, we haven't. I have no idea who the purser is. Who are you? Like, he definitely looks too important. But how did he die? He was torn apart. I think I guessed that. Obra Dinn! Exactly. And this guy is... This guy's the gunner's mate. Which makes sense, because he was carrying all the guns. We already figured out... Oh, we actually haven't figured out who the gunner is. Well, you might be the gunner, maybe. You guys are having a little toss-up here. I don't know, maybe. The gunner's probably the guy who I've seen downstairs before getting guns out of the closet. Oh, you got knife later. Oh, you're this guy. I never figured out who this was. I also have no idea who could be the bosun. No clue. The roles don't really help me here. He doesn't seem like he'd be... he could be a steward. I don't know. Let's throw that on him, maybe. I don't know. I was about to say, I knew I was going to look at that in a minute. Overboard. God, darn it. Come on, game. Recognize things for me. Doom. Okay. I said you were alive. I think you actually fell overboard too. Hey! Oh, finally! Alright. Omen. Nathan. There we go. My goodness. Okay, and we got Li Zhang. Only like 31 more people to go. Yay! Okay, where were we before? No, come on. Come on, game. Don't do that to me. Fine, I'll navigate over again. Music is really good when we do get it. Obviously, when you sit here for a while, it's quieting things down so you can, you know, you could focus. Okay. Who else did I say survived? Or drowned or whatever? Yeah, you definitely fell overboard. That also means that we still have those other people wrong. Those last two foreign people, like the princess or whatever, we still have her wrong somehow. I think I'm misclassifying her death on her getting bitten by a mermaid. It's counted as something else. We also have a hidden chapter that we don't know what happens in, but that's more of the story versus people's fates, I think. These guys, we don't know what happened to them. We know they were definitely attacked by the beast, but we don't know how they died. Or maybe they got thrown overboard. The helmsman. Finley. Where is he? Where's old Finley? Yeah, you survived. We guessed your name, because like you definitely have to be like a mate or something. Because he has like a very important looking hat. And all the other like mates all have that same hat. So I'm gonna guess that's not his name. He's not Perot. He might be John Davies then. Oh, actually what might be wrong as well is we don't know who the bosun is. There's a guy who I'm like guessing his name. I know him. Where's the helmsman? Is that him back there somewhere? Oh no, that's him, right? No. Oh, unknown guy. Well, you're one of those. We don't know what happened to him. Gee, that's interesting. That's very interesting. I can't label how he died. Maybe he dies in the hidden chapter or something, because we can't identify him. Either way, we didn't find his corpse, but it doesn't say he disappeared either. Well, this guy probably drowned or something. I don't think we ever see him again, do we? No, he disappears here too. Although he could be here. Let me try to figure out this guy, why not? Although I do want to figure out who the tattooed guy is. Ugh. Yeah, their bookmark system, yeah, I know. Gosh, navigation sometimes. It's like you gotta like back out of this and then go. And it's just kind of confusing. Oh, he appears here. Okay, well let's go figure out what happened, because there's another scene after this one that I kind of forgot about. Sometimes I forget that there's like multiple scenes in a chapter. Dun dun. No, this was Martin, right? Yeah, okay, yeah, I had his name right, and I moved him around. This dang dude who I cannot figure out. He survives till the end, but I don't know who he is. He's gotta be a topman or something. I just don't know who this man is. Maybe he's Lewis. You know what, you're Lewis now. Congratulations. Is anybody else like in the air or like flying through the air? Maybe a good idea to check around. I don't think I can go up here. Yep. Nope. Okay. Oh, wait. You were something by the beast. You were killed somehow, but I don't know how. You're most likely drowned by the beast. I'm gonna just label it as that, you know? Drowned is probably better, because it probably just pulled them under and then ate them or something. But we can't confirm they were eaten, so... Oh, you. Who are you? I said that maybe you're the gunner. Maybe I should go to this guy. I feel like I'm just jumping around to random memories, but... Oh no, he perished in escape. Wait a minute. What happened to him again? Oh, they actually put X's out. If you've already, if it involves the death? Okay, so yeah, he definitely got attacked, and then he like bled to death. So these are all like clues to different people. Mate was torn apart. My Frenchman. So that must be the other guy who was next to him then. Ah. What's that? I'm gonna guess this guy's French then. He's wearing stripes, you know, maybe. Charles Minor. Apparently drowned counts. Torn apart, drowned, same thing, right? You are Lewis! Oh my gosh, it only took like, I don't know, 6 hours to figure out who that man was. But we finally got it. His name was Lewis. He looked like a Lewis to me. Yeah, we're over 50% now, nice. Yeah, one of the hardest ones. I just threw a wild guess. I'm like, you know what? You're a topman. You've been doing stuff on the top. You're Lewis now. Congratulations. Lucky guess. Now this guy we haven't figured out yet.
Put me down.
Oh, his arm is missing? I couldn't see that.
You're in a bad way.
But what does that qualify as, though? We've seen that before.
The squid's gone. Mate,
Oh yeah, his arm is. So torn apart? The abstract concept of torn. I didn't see his arm was gone. Because all the blur, okay? I didn't see it. Torn apart by a beast. There we go. Don't know what his name is, though.
The beast is dead.
Poison for sure. Poisonous beast. Poisoned me blood after it tore off my arm. You gotta be John Davies. But I don't know who exactly clubbed him.
rest.
Because we know who the other mate is. Who's this guy? See, it makes sense for this guy to be the gunner, maybe, because this is like, he's like talking to him, right? But I'm not sure. But then he says my French mate, like they don't know each other, so I don't... He might not be the gunner. One of these two. Or no, I think the one on the left dies because he gets clubbed. Never mind. This is the first one.
You have a plan?
Yes. Take ship and sail east. Trade wretched fish and shells for gold. Hey, who's there?
Mutiny! Mutiny! Bastard! No!
So what ends up happening... Oh wait, this is this guy. Oh no. It's always confusing here. But anyway, he gets stabbed like a bunch of times in the back. Then these guys start fighting, even though they kind of conspired together. And then he shoots him. Okay, so your name was John Davies then. No. Oh, well, I got that right. Okay, so you're 100% John Davies then. Okay. So now we gotta figure out who clubs him. I still don't know your name. Actually, no, we know who that is now. Because it was... Olus later. Know that for this anyway. Because this guy gets stabbed, and then this is the guy who like jumps up after him or whatever and gets shot by was it Elizabeth? Yeah, that's him. Okay, wrong person. Wrong guy. Oops. Oopsie daisies. Yeah, then he gets stabbed. Oh, he did get stabbed by that guy. Okay. Okay, we got that right then. I think. Right? Olus. Okay. We just don't know this guy's name. We're figuring things out. Edelweiss. Thank you so much for the host. What is the name of that room? I have no idea. Do rooms have names? He dies in here. On the gun deck. I don't know. Oh, there's okay. I did not know that there are room names on the map. Okay, well there we go. Oh, okay. So he's a midshipman. Set it at the top of the page. Where? Oh shoot! No. Okay, hold on. Where's that? Is that escape? Ah, yeah, it does. Okay. I wasn't looking here. It's so, you know, pixelated. Okay, well, he's a midshipman then. Okay, well, that's gonna help me a lot. I knew that there was some kind of detail I was missing. But also, none of these people are labeled as midshipmen. Oh, except for Thomas. So you're Thomas. Okay. Who labels Thomas then? Okay, well, that's all the midshipmen. Oh, in the midshipman I didn't read that. I didn't read that because all that means is that their corpse was there. I didn't think he was a midshipman though. And the reason is, I ignored what room it was because the door was already open. I thought he was just crawling to whatever room he could easily get into. Yes, how fortunate they ran into their room as they were dying. Exactly. That's why I was like, oh, he just went to an open door. He didn't open the door because he had a key, because he was crawling on the ground. He just went to wherever he could find cover. Like, he could have just ran to, like, I don't know, this door and opened it. Yeah, he crawled a super long way because he just like, oh, first open door, let me get there. That's why I wasn't like, oh, it's his room. Because I don't think it shows him coming from here originally. Yeah, because he comes from down here. So I was like, okay, maybe he's like something, he just does something for other people. He's just walking around, I don't know. The other, oh, they all have uniforms too, don't they? Like for their position. I kind of thought about that, but I also didn't really think about it too much because I figured some people would have their own like outfits for things. Well, we got all the midshipmen right, so he loves to mess with you like that, yeah. Who are you? You're not from Formosa. Also, somehow I still have these people wrong. Oh wait, I think it's because I figured out what I figured out what that one guy's name was, right? Henry. Okay, you're Henry. Henry. Henry, where are you? Henry. Probably past it. Where are you? Oh yeah, you were up here. Oh no, wait, that's wrong. Wait a minute. Did I read that right? Brennan. Okay, let's go look for a Brennan. That'll be a lot easier. You were killed by Mr. Brennan. There you are. That's like 100% fact. But I still haven't figured out how she died. Alright, let's go to her death. Because hers is the one I just don't know how to classify. I know this is her name. Okay, well they're not gonna show it. She's in like the previous scene. But like she got bitten in the neck. Now, is there anybody else here who I missed? Okay, you like 100% got speared. But I don't know what your name is, so we're just gonna hop around here. What are your shoes looking like? Do you have a tattoo? What are your shoes looking like, sir? They're looking kind of plain to me. Alright, let's see. All I got at this point, I'm just like, shoes! What kind of sense of fashion did you have? Would you be this guy? You're one of these guys. Which one, though? Alright, see ya, Murphy Nation. Have fun playing Metal Gear. Whatever. This guy, we haven't figured out his name. He's one of these people. I haven't assigned these names. Maybe you're Davy James. I don't know. Are all the stewards in that shot? How about him as a seaman? So maybe he's a seaman as well. That might make sense, because I think, what's-his-face was a seaman as well, right? Yeah, okay, so you're definitely one as well. Yeah, they're all seamen. Okay, so you're a seaman of some kind. So you're Alexander, maybe. I don't know. Figuring things out. Alright, let's go to the previous scene. Which I think was the one in the middle? He's one of those. Like, this guy got 100% speared.
Give us a weapon! Shoot it! Mike and I! Pick up the oars and row, you fools!
Because they were getting, like, kidnapped by these people. He 100% got speared. Okay. And this guy got drowned. And this guy got knifed like a minute later. He might not be what I think he is. I don't think he's a seaman. I think he's something else. But I thought they called out his name as like Patrick at some point. So who does he kind of look like? He's with a bunch of other stewards, so he's a steward then. There we go. So he's probably one of these people. Davy James, maybe. I don't know. We gotta just start guessing some names here. Maybe you're not Alexander and you're Patrick. Ah! There we go. You're Patrick. Okay, we got him correct, finally. You're Li Hong. Okay, I guessed you correctly. Not quite GG's. We got quite a few people left. I'm not actually sure how many we have. I'd have to count all these lines, but we started today around like here. We're like 29, so we're probably at like 35 or so now. Okay, here we go. Like, she totally just got grabbed and bitten on the neck and died. That's devoured, right? Like, what else do I classify that as? There's nothing else. A deadly hug. Well, yeah, but I have to label it in the book. I got you correct, right? I don't think its mouth is close enough. What do you mean? It literally like bit her on the neck and then she bled to death. The blood's on the wrong side of her neck. What? Stabbed by teeth. I mean, she got like bitten on the neck and then she just bled to death. I mean, it looks like maybe she got clawed too? Maybe she got clawed. I don't know. We're gonna label it as clawed. Where's Claude? There. It looks like she has scratch marks on her face, so I think she got like clawed too, but he 100% just got stabbed by that guy. So I just don't know what his name is. I'm just guessing purely on his name. He's a steward, but I don't know which one. So we're just throwing names at him. He's one of these ones. I don't think he's from India. I could be wrong. Where's all these other stewards here? We can start guessing. You're 100% Paul. How did you die? You got stabbed by that guy. I think I had the wrong name before and I forgot to adjust it. Who was that guy again? This guy. You're Leonid Volkov. Gosh darn it. Oh no, what have I done? Navigation sometimes. Oof. I had the wrong person from before. I forgot to like update it later. So that one's like 100% correct because we know his name's Paul. You are a steward of some kind too, and you're crushed by a cannon. So we can start just throwing around steward names. Hey, Davy James. They're all wearing that same outfit. And you were one of them too. Oh, maybe you're Sam. I don't know. Unknown attacker. Oh, I didn't know his name at the time. Oh yeah, that's right. We need to go back to this one. Because he got shot through a wall, and you can't go to the other side of the wall until you go to the next scene. So you'd have to make some guesses looking through the wall to understand who it is. Alright, we're gonna bookmark you.
Someone shoot the damn thing!
Yeah, he 100% got shot. Okay. Oh, what the heck I was thinking. 100% got shot. So presumably he got shot by the gunman? He got shot by that guy. Who be that? Is that Lewis? Or whatever I called him? Or is that Nathan? That might be Nathan. There's some people in this scene that weren't there before. Oh, I can actually... Oh. Can't actually, like, zoom in any further, though. They're too far. But I can look at who's in the scene. That's that guy. Okay, no. Unless it was Charles. He's a bald guy, so maybe it's the Frenchman who killed him. He looks bald. I think it's Charles. He's not wearing his shirt, but... Oh, maybe. Seems a little weird, but... Alright. Nobody else here is bald. Yeah, it must have been him. Let's just start throwing some names around at these stewards, because I don't know. Here we go. I thought maybe he could be the Irish one. Ugh. Alright, there's Sam. She was clawed to death. Okay, that was a little confusing. Ugh. That's the sound of my relief. Oh my goodness. Okay. Let's see. Okay, you were killed with a sword. We didn't actually confirm that this was a real thing, but I'm pretty sure that this is correct. That's the only steward left, I think. Other than the captain's steward. I don't... Actually, he could be from India. He could be this guy. Let's solve that for now. Trying to like recognize facial features. It's like, ugh, horrible. This guy, I don't know who he is. He could potentially be a steward, but he looks really fancy. He could be the captain's steward. Maybe. It's the first mate's, no. This guy's standing next to the third mate. Is there a third mate steward yet? He's standing next to him. That's a possibility. Crushed by cannon. We don't know. We don't know his name. This guy presumably fell overboard, maybe. There's stewards here. We got a lot of these guys down now. I kind of wish that you could like have an option to like fade out a lot of the guys that you've already like pinged or something. Interesting, you can't scroll between these two. We don't really need to because they're in their own picture anyway. Who is this guy? This is the guy that got... Oh, he's the guy... Yeah, okay. I don't know who he is, though. He's very fancy dressed. Maybe he's a purser, but he was helping work the cannons. Something that'd be very important to know. He died next to this place, so maybe he's a bosun. He was on the gun deck. Maybe he's the bosun. I didn't know the guy's name. I'm gonna have to go back to this memory to check. And then the other guy died too, but it wasn't clear how he died, so maybe he just blew up too. Alright, let's go check that out. He vanished in a time span of a fraction of a fuse. See, you'd think he exploded, but there weren't two corpses here, right? Because we see this, and I don't see another body in there. So maybe he got like flung out the window. Like, I don't know. There is something out there. Oh wait, that's a body, isn't it? Is that a body? No, I think maybe? I think that's a body out there. No, that's the Kraken. Okay, never mind. That's the Kraken. See, this guy 100% got blasted, right? But then what happened to the other guy who was literally here like a second ago? There's somebody who's crushed, but I don't think that was him. Anyway, this guy, we don't know who he is. He was blasted with a cannon by, I don't know, is that technically the Kraken? I don't know. I don't know if that counts. I'll throw that on there. Why not? The Kraken's holding it. I think that counts. But technically, that's not the person who lit the fuse. Technically. Yeah, see, it says he died in that scene, but we don't see him. That's the confusing part. But yeah, this guy, like, totally got crushed by the beast and the cannon. And see, these two are here, so it's like, what happened to this guy? Like, he must have exploded, but we just don't see him. So I'm gonna assume he exploded. I don't know. He got shot at by the cannon. What are your shoes looking like? Oh, you got the shoes! So anyway, the Kraken started blasting. Alright, so you're Chinese. You're one of these two. No. 40... which one had those shoes? You're not 38, so you have to be 41. Unless you have a tattoo, but I don't think he does. No. But yeah, like, this guy gets a direct blast, and this guy just goes missing. So I'm assuming, unless he somehow fell out the window. His arm is there, but I think he's just trying to catch himself. Although, that is very awkward to have your arm there. So I don't know if he just got pulled out the window, like, a second later, or what. Anyway, this was Akbar, so I'm gonna say that he got shot by Akbar and not by the beast. But I don't know what the game wants from me here. Also, we don't know if that's even his job title here. I'll have to keep an eye out to see who comes out of these doors during the events here. Alright, these guys. Are you the bosun? I don't know. Who are you? I don't know. He's all over the place. He's all over the ship. He's in the bottom, he's up here, he's everywhere. You're a topman. See, he's not wearing any shirts. He just looks very distinct. You're Lewis. You're okay, see, because all these guys are here too, and they don't belong on this deck. They're just here doing whatever they can. I don't think there's anybody else here. Alright, where are we now? Check the transcript. Hold on. It's already done for Nick. Oh. I think I caught that before, but since then I saw them working together in the carpentry room. Okay, well, who the heck is the carpenter's mate? It must be the other guy. Are you? No. Nick. Nicholas? I don't have a Nick on this list, do I? Oh, for Winston Marcus. I already ID'd it. Oh, not that line. Okay. I might have been talking to somebody else. Unless this is... No. Unless they're talking to somebody else. I forget who that guy is. What line are we talking about? Who calls who boss? See, I was wondering if this guy was actually the boss or not, because it was never confirmed. I was like, oh, maybe it could actually... Oh, yeah. Okay, there we go. I called that out a couple times earlier, but I just never got around to it, to a scene that these two were both in. I guessed them correctly. I got the third mate steward right. Yay! Alright, well, we can swap that guy's name real fast. I was like, maybe this guy's actually the boss. It's just I'm thinking of like the time period. I don't think that's you. Oh no, you are the Dane though. At least we thought he said you Dane, but it hasn't been labeled correct yet. And you were clubbed in the face. Oh wait, I have the wrong. That's the one. I got his brother on there. I never changed it back. Okay. Eaters. Where is he? I thought he was near the bottom. Eaters. There you are. That's correct. I changed it a couple times when I couldn't figure out which brother was who, and I never changed it back. Alright, you are Huang Li. Got them shoes right. Knew that was correct. Oh, we're getting there, man. We're getting so close. Oh yeah, you. You were shot. What happened to you? You perished in murder. On your toes, boys. Who shot you? I'm going to go back to this mirror. I don't remember when this was. Oh, you're the guy who's hanging off. Okay, well, we can go handle him then. Okay. Really need to study my geography again. I remember back in the day for what was it? Like world geography class, we had to memorize every single country and every single continent. And you would take tests on it. And I was pretty good at that back then, but where is that? That was on this deck, right? Is that over here? It's on the other side. Whoa. Where was that? Oh, it is here. Okay. You gonna get me to play GeoGuessr now? Oh no, I'm horrible at GeoGuessr. I'm not good at recognizing plants. That's a big thing. Like if you're in like the American GeoGuessr, it's like all about recognizing like what kinds of trees and things there are, and like different like fast food things. Like I could totally like do that on stream if people would be interested, but I'd probably guess most things wrong. All right, so you're Edward. Who are you? That's the question. Who are you, sir? Are you a random seaman? Like, that could be the case. No, you're the lady guy! We found him! We finally found him! You're number 37. You're Timothy. The music agrees. It's like, oh, you finally found the ladies, man. Oh, poor Peter. Did we ever get you? Yeah, you eventually drowned. He survived that. Okay, still there. Oh, jeez, we're getting so close. I know we finally found the tattoo man. I'm so happy. Alright. Don't know who you are. Still need to get Wei Li correct. One of the top men. Are these guys all top men? They're all top men back there. Okay. So you notice that like they're all seamen because they're all just together hanging out. There's a topman. These guys we didn't quite get. Sierra Leone was what I was thinking of, I think. I was like, okay, Africa maybe. But he could be from England as well. Li Zhong. I'm gonna guess this guy might be 41. Maybe, I don't know who I guessed before. It was just someone else. Actually, who was in that one scene? That like obviously had to be a topman up there. During when the guy got struck by lightning. This guy. Okay, who else was present? This guy was. So he's probably a topman. Oh no, I guessed it was this guy, because this guy's a topman as well. But we don't know what happened to this guy. We should probably figure that out. He just disappeared. When? He disappeared during this scene. We should probably go back here. Actually, I think he was just like crouched in a corner, so we don't really know what happened to him. Just something happened. Where is our topman? He's in the scene somewhere. Got you. You're Paul. Here somewhere. He must have gotten thrown overboard. That's all I can guess. Oh, wait, there. That's him right there. It's so hard to see. Yeah, he fell. He definitely got, Maybe he drowned. I think he drowned. There's a tentacle around him. He, like, definitely fell overboard. There we go. Here we got him. We got him. That's Maba. We finally got him. And that guy fell overboard. I think most of the people who disappeared probably fell overboard, to be honest. Pineapple on pizza, yes or no? I'm gonna say no because I don't like pineapple. Literally the only reason. I just don't like the texture. I don't mind the juice of pineapple. Like if you like use it to tenderize like a ham or something, or you make like a sauce out of it, like a honey pineapple chicken kind of thing. Otherwise, I can't stand the texture at all. It's like this weird, spongy, fibrous texture. And I'm like okay on like the taste of it. It's fine. But still, I wouldn't take a piece of pineapple and eat it. You still maintain the correct way is to put the pizza toppings in the pineapple and bake it. Pineapple and cheese doesn't seem like a combination that would go that well, but I don't know. I always hated those little fruit cups that you could buy at the store, like the mixed ones, because I always wanted the mixed ones, but they always had like pineapple and stuff in them that I didn't like. I was like, dang it, we got pineapple in here, it's gross. Ruined the whole thing. I gotta just get one fruit. Alright. Takes on a tomato-like texture. See, there's the thing, Reganomicon. I don't really like tomatoes either. I like them when they're cooked down into a sauce or something. I don't like raw tomatoes. So, but I assume a tomato texture is basically just like a grape, right? But like softer, probably. I've never bitten into a raw tomato, but I know that I don't like tomato like on a sandwich or something. Like sliced, I don't like it. I never like bit into a tomato like an apple or like just chomped on like a cherry tomato. As a sauce though, good. Like it. I remember once we went to like a place that was supposed to be making like a, I don't know if it was like authentic pizza, but it was like a small pizza place, and they had huge toppings, like badly huge. They would put like literally like whole tomato slices on there. I didn't like that. And they had like huge pieces of just onion, just like they barely even chopped the thing. I was like, ugh, I don't like this. Very strange. It just didn't like cook all the way through or anything. It'd be different if the tomato was really thinly sliced, but it wasn't. It's very, very weird. I don't think there were hardly any other people there, probably for a reason. That or just like a weird day. I don't know. Throwing some names out. Unknown attacker. Wait, what? Oh, yeah. Akbar. Presumably, if it's not going to count the beast, I don't know. I don't know if you can get these wrong when it confirms things. I wanted to say purser, but... no. Really, anything's possible. See, this guy's commanding them. He might be the gunner, maybe. Okay, I guessed he was the bosun earlier. Because it's the guy who's been handling, like, a lot of the... well, he's been handling weapons and things, but I was just like, it's probably him. Oh, yeah, and this guy was mates with the French guy. Yeah, that's why. That's why. Yeah. Forgot. Now, I assume that shaded area, that's the area we can't guess, because that's the contents we can't get to. We're actually so close. I didn't mean to actually solve more mysteries yet. I need to take a break, but we're so close. We only have to get 3 more people right, which means we can just toss names around, really. Yeah, just sort some names around. That's what we guessed? Not right. You're not Philip. Who are you? You're gonna be probably Davy, maybe. Unless this guy might actually be the purser. Oh, I thought we had 3 more names. We have a couple more. This guy's probably the purser. He's very finely dressed. Then who the hell are you? This could be oh, he's actually a steward, isn't he? He is a steward. Whose steward are you? That outfit's the same as the others. Is he Swedish? I don't know. Two more fates correct. Interesting. We only got 2 confirmed that time. That's because we're not going to guess at least one person's death. Oh boy. Better get hyped. We're about to get to the end. Alright. Well, if you're not George, then you must be Alexander then. You guys must just be swapped. All currently solvable fates correct. What happened in that little period? We don't know! There's nothing left to do on the Obra Dinn. The reason is because we don't know what happened in that one chapter. The one chapter in which we're not sure what happened to people. That would be the bargain. And the reason is Henry Evans knows. He's someone who escaped. He knows what happens in the bargain chapter, but he's decided to keep those details to himself until we can return the book to him. So we don't know what happened in the bargain. What we can assume happened is the Kraken was attacking and the captain did something because there was a curse on them. Things kind of started going wrong. Here, let's go through all of the story as I fight off a sneeze. So loose cargo. Here we can go through them one by one with pictures. That'd be nice. This is before they even sailed. Sadly, some cargo, the ropes popped, and poor Samuel Peters was crushed by falling cargo as they were loading the ship. At the same time, there was a stowaway who was unidentified, who was trying to expect free passage and freedom, and instead, when all that cargo fell, he was crushed inside of the barrel. And I think they found him and took him off the ship? Or maybe they, I don't know. I think it said the corpse was moved. I don't think they ever found him. Nobody ever knew that he died on the ship, but he died before they set sail. And because he's an unidentified person, he wasn't part of the log, so we can't actually label who that is. And then bitter cold happened, where some people started dying of an illness. They stopped in some port or something, or some people from some other port who were on the ship. They all contracted, or two people contracted a similar illness, and they both passed away. But the rest of the crew wasn't infected. It was fine. They also slaughtered a cow for its meat because it was very cold. And they had a lot of animals on board for rations. Then murder happened. So there's this treasure on board that people from, I think we're just gonna say Taiwan. What was it actually called in the colonial days? Again, some name that I'm not used to seeing. Formosa, which is present day. Was it? Did we say Taiwan or Vietnam? Here, let's look. I want to get my facts check. Formosa. Yeah. Island of Taiwan, the short-lived republic. All right. So some people heard about the fact that these people, these delegates, one was a princess and then her guards, they were carrying a treasure on the ship to wherever they're going, which in this case, the planned route was they were going to sail from Europe, the UK. They were going to go all the way down around Cape Verde and all that. They're going to go, we don't really know where. I think they were going to go and like make a pit stop either at the southern tip of Africa, or maybe they were going to go all the way around to like Taiwan, probably. I don't know if they were specified, right? I think they said something at like the very beginning of the book, or beginning of the game. They said where they were going, but it doesn't really matter. Anyway, so what ended up happening was the second mate, who was clearly betraying everybody on the ship, him and a bunch of people, they decided to knife a passenger because he heard them moving around stuff because he was like moving the treasure. They knocked out poor Hawk here. Then he got blamed for being a murderer. They did their own little pirate trial, essentially. Tied him up, shot him. The other people couldn't really do anything about it. And then they kidnapped all the other people, people from Formosa and the treasure, and they were going to sail to, I think, the Canary Islands and then get away scot-free with all of it. However, somebody got shot in the process while they were trying to kidnap people. It turns out the treasure or something had like a shell in it or something. It was like a shell, or like there was gold in there or something. They got speared by a beast. The mermaid started attacking them for the treasure or something. One of the mermaids had a shell on its back, and they killed that mermaid, like the remaining like 2 people, and brought it on board. The other guy unleashed the treasure, which caused like all of them to like burn. Like it was like a curse basically that he opened when he opened up the treasure box, and they were all like burned to death. One guy lived. He got back to the ship. He got shot. by one of the ambassadors who knew about the shell. The guy's like, hey, you don't want that shell. You don't want anything to do with it. So all what's happening here. Yeah, unholy captives. So yeah, and then they started getting attacked by giant spider crab people because they had like ladies tops on them, so they're probably mermaids or something too. And they all just started getting attacked by a couple of these things because they're going after the shell or something. Or wait, no, they got attacked by one of the mermaids who shot spikes at them, and then they got attacked by the soldiers at the sea. There's all this. And then a kraken attacked them as they tried to make a U-turn and go like, okay, we need to go back home. And was it people riding spider crabs? Was that what it was? It seemed like they were like attached. If so, then they're all just mermaids on spider crabs. And then they got attacked by a kraken. And the author or the painter who's been drawing like all these pictures of the crew, they decided to go to the bathroom, and then they got grabbed by the kraken and died. The kraken's just attacking, causing chaos. It's like moving things around. They try to load a cannon of fire at it. The kraken grabs the cannon and turns it sideways, killing some people as it explodes. Other people are thrown into the kraken and explode because they're carrying powder keg barrels. Lots of crazy stuff happening. Some people get ripped in half. She gets literally baseball batted by like a post. They had 2 legs. Oh, okay. I didn't see that. It's hard to tell because when the one was on fire, it still had that mossy bit on it. So like they were still riding it. It's kind of confusing. Anyway, they're monsters. That's all you need to know. Some horrible beast. Bunch of people disappeared because they got thrown overboard. We don't know what happened in Bargain, but we do know that all of this was caused by the curse that got unleashed. And the captain did something about that curse. He sacrificed something, and we don't know what. So that's going to be in the Lazarette, which is like the paper they're going to publish or something. So then some people went, yeah, we need to just get out of here. We need to go get out of here. So this guy's like died after the kraken, and the other guys started planning a mutiny. Some passengers wanted to escape, and one of the guys is like, oh, no way, you ain't leaving, and stabbed this guy. Poor Paul. There's a bunch of the ladies from England. They like just wanted to get out of there, so they tried to escape. And then this guy got shot after stabbing the guy. So I think it was the second to last boat. There was only like 2 lifeboats. These guys started planning a mutiny because they said we can't trust the captain anymore because he's doing some shady stuff or something. What's all this, you damn fool? Bats him on the head. This guy dies from his stab wounds. These ladies escaped to Africa, along with these people. Henry Evans is the one who knows what happened on the ship. So something happened during the bargain, and then all these people went, yeah, we need to just leave. We need to get out of here. So everybody else on the ship is dead except for 4 people. The captain, the first mate, what's his face? The seaman, Henry Brennan, and then this guy, the only topman left, Lewis. Those are the only ones left. So like, hey, captain, you better open up that door, because they want to either kill him or interrogate him, figure out what happened. He shoots the first mate. Then they get in a fight. He knives this guy, and this guy goes for a sneak attack, and he clubs him across the face. And then the captain says, Abigail, your brother, my friend, I shot him dead. I'll be with you soon. Please forgive me. Because she got killed by the kraken, and then he shot the first mate, who was presumably her brother. And then he shot himself. And he was probably going to bleed out anyway from stab wounds. And that's all we know. That's all we know. So now we're going to figure out the rest of the story. What happened during that bargain chapter? What happened? See, he did something. Where are they? Must be in here somewhere. The bottom of the sea. That's a lie. And this was a sneak attack. take more than those shells. Ah, I see. Because what we do know, because the Obra Dinn obviously stopped sailing, it stopped really becoming a seaworthy vessel, it's just sitting here floating. We do know that one of those shells is over there, because that's the effect that they put around the shells. So he must have done something with the mermaids and either made a deal and gave them back to them, all the shells, or the one shell, whatever they had. Or he just threw it overboard. And then they stopped attacking. We don't know. But that's all we can do on the Obra Dinn. Now we need to leave. A storm's a brewing, and we gotta get out of here. We're just a person who came in after the fact. We do know that he was British. Right you are.
We should go. Storm's nearly about, so we won't be coming back. Finally. Sit down so you don't fall out.
I think that was basically a ticker, like, hey, you need to get out if you don't want to leave yet. This is the guy who brought us to the ship as well. I don't know where we paddled from. Because right now we're just sitting somewhere in the middle of the ocean. Not middle of the ocean, but somewhere between a bunch of islands and things. The Honorable East India Company, insurance assessment for the good ship Obra Dinn, victim of calamitous events at sea, prepared by the Company Office of Investigation. And yeah, we're part of the East India Company trying to, you know, assess what happened for insurance purposes. Ship damaged in squall Atlantic, sunk in storm Falmouth, payment claimed 20,000 euros. Or is that pounds? It's an E, so I think euros. I don't remember. Actually, no, I think it's pounds, isn't it? That is pounds, okay. Euros, I think, is just like an E or something. Yeah, I was like, euros? That sounds a little bit too soon. It's like, it should be pounds, right? Because pounds is like, you know, this time period. Euros is, you know, later, because every country basically had their own currency at this point. Shillings. So what ended up happening is it was damaged in a squall during that storm that happened with the Kraken, and it looks like it sunk afterwards, after we left. All cargo lost, payment claimed, £5,000. For the company, for the Crown, all cargo lost. I assume that's the British Crown. Captain Robert Witterell, fate, suicide gun. Criminal findings, murder of crewmates, 4. Estate forfeited to the Crown. William Hoscut, the first mate. They were shot with a gun by R. Witterell, the captain. Criminal findings, attempted mutiny. Yeah, because they went to go potentially kill the captain. Estate fined, only £25. Not that many for a mutiny, but maybe back then it was a bit more expensive. Edward Nichols, second mate. Fate, they were shot with a gun by C. Tan. Criminal findings, murder of crewmate 2, attempted mutiny, theft of cargo. Estate fined £100. This was the guy, I think, who kidnapped those people and all that. Martin Perot, the third mate. Unknown. We don't know what happened to him. He just mysteriously vanished, and we don't know what happened to him. He's the one guy whose fate we couldn't determine. Findings of merit. Extraordinary valor. Exceptional performance of duties. Estate awarded outstanding wages and reward of £90. That's interesting. That's very interesting. Because this is the guy that Abigail was calling out to on the deck. She was like, Martin, where's the captain? Where's my husband? So I guess he essentially just got rewarded for fighting a Kraken. And for maintaining his cool and not murdering anybody and not dying. John Davies got clubbed by Brennan. Criminal findings, murder of crewmate. Estate fined £15. Yeah, this is the guy that shot the guy who stabbed the other one. Lived the longest, didn't muni, didn't straight up shoot anyone on screen. That's a winner. Yeah, exactly. We don't know what happened to him, though. He presumably lived, but maybe he got thrown overboard. Maybe he got sacrificed. We don't know. All we know is that the person who escaped, they seem to know what happened to him. Maybe he went to go live with the mermaids. I don't know. Alfred Klestill, the bosun. Torn apart by a beast. Findings of merit, exceptional performance of duties. Estate awarded outstanding wages and reward £70. Charles Minor, the bosun's mate. This is the Frenchman. Drowned beast. Criminal findings. Murder of crewmate. Estate unknown. Expenses claimed £15. Yeah, he accidentally murdered somebody. He accidentally shot and missed and hit someone through a wall. Poor guy. Hey, turns out your husband potentially murdered someone by accident. £15, please. Henry Evans, the surgeon. Fate. Alive in Africa. Findings of demerit. Abandonment of crew and vessel. Estate awarded outstanding wages. £50. Okay, so he got a little demerit, you know, a little tick on his record for abandoning his crew and vessel, but you know, he got paid, so that's nice. He didn't kill anybody. James Wallace was decapitated by a beast. Findings of merit, extraordinary valor. Good thing you died in glory. Winston Smith was speared by a beast. That was the carpenter. We saw that when he got blasted and he was like telling his boss to stay back. That's some good valor there. Marcus Gibbs. Oh, sorry, no. Winston's the one who died and they're like pincered and stabbed. Marcus is the one who got spiked first. But they don't know his estate. So he got wages donated to his pension fund. So that's probably nice, I guess. Thomas Sefton, cook, was struck by a tail. The poor guy looked at a dead crab thing and was like, hey, you know, those would taste pretty good with some butter. And the guys were like, hey, no, stay back away from him. And he like poked it and then it like hit him in the face with its tail and he died. Don't go trying to eat random creatures that you don't know are dead. Emilio Farrell, the butcher, he got spiked. He did exceptional duties though. Christian Wolf, the gunner. He got shot by a cannon by poor Akbar. Oh, poor Akbar. He's gonna get double murder on his record. He didn't mean to. Olus Wyatter, the gunner's mate, was shot by Davies, and he also murdered somebody in attempted mutiny. Not good. Duncan McKay, he fell overboard. So he abandoned his crew and vessel. Oh no! But he still got awarded though. Poor guy, he got literally pulled off the ship, which counted as abandonment. Because they never found him. Aw, poor Duncan. The poor purser. Aw. The poor guy. He probably got like eaten by a kraken and he got demerited for it. Don't do that on your job. If you get pulled overboard, you better try to swim back to that ship. You're gonna get a mark on your record. Yeah, he still got paid though. His estate got paid. A whole $50, or you know, translate some numbers with inflation and all that. £50. It's probably like what, like 70 USD or something. I don't know, something. Or no, wait, no, pound. Yeah, pounds are worth more. So yes, something like that. Finley Dalton, the helmsman, he got drowned by the beast. But he didn't get, you know, he wasn't labeled as, you know, abandoning the vessel. I'm trying to think. Duncan. It says he went to abandon the crew and vessel. But then he fell. Oh, no. Wrong. I'm wrong. This is one of the guys who tried to escape. And, The one guy was like, "You killed my brother! I should have done this sooner, you Dane!" And then he smacks the other guy. Those guys were trying to abandon the crew, and then the Kraken attacked and they all got thrown into the sea. That's what happened. Edward Spratt, the artist, he got crushed for trying to go poop in the back of the ship. Abigail got clubbed by a beast. No claim made on that one. Ah, poor her. Nunzio Pasqua, he got knifed. No claim made on that one either. This is the guy who got murdered. The poor passenger. I guess because they're passengers, they don't get claims, I guess. Emily Jackson, a passenger. She's alive in Africa. She murdered somebody. And she also abandoned the crew and vessel. But she gets stuff, so she got fined some money for that. Jane Bird, she abandoned as well with them. Boon Lon Lim got clawed. He doesn't get a claim though, apparently. That was the princess as well, I think, something like that. She's some member of royalty. Itbeng Sia burned. He murdered somebody. He stabbed someone in the head. They don't know his estate though. This is expense claimed instead of estate fined. So I guess they're just claiming something from whatever they can find on him. Probably his country. Chioltan got spiked. Hunk Sing Lao got shot with a gun. Zungi Sathi got shot by... This is the guy who accidentally got shot by the Frenchman through a wall. Estate awarded outstanding wages. Good on him. Philip Dahl. We don't know what happened to him. He was the captain's steward. But he murdered somebody. So something probably happened. He was one of the people who I think we weren't able to label what happened to him. Paul Moss. Poor Paul. Paul was the one who, when the ladies were trying to escape and abandon the crew, he got stabbed in the chest and died. First mate steward, killed by a sword by El Volkov. He didn't get apparently doxxed for trying to abandon the crew though, so, you know, he got paid for it. Samuel Gilligan, or Galligan, he got knifed. Attempted mutiny, theft of cargo. Roger got crushed by a cannon. Davy James is alive in Africa, but he abandoned the crew, so, you know. Peter Milroy exploded. Extraordinary valor. Thomas Lunk knifed. Charles Hirschstick burned. This is a guy he burned while on top of one of the crab ladies. Extraordinary valor. Good job. Exceptional performance of your duties. Staying on that crab. Good job. Omid fell overboard. Exceptional performance of duties. Timothy got shot. Extraordinary valor. Huang Li got electrocuted. I think that deserves extraordinary valor, but I guess he didn't know what he was doing, you know? Exceptional performance, though. Good job. Got struck by lightning, who knew? Jie Zhang got decapitated. Extraordinary valor. Li Hong got speared by a beast. It also attempted mutiny and theft of cargo. Not good. I think he was one of the ones who helped kidnap the other people. Wei Li fell overboard. Good job. Nicholas Botterill speared by a beast. Maba! This is the guy who's been everywhere, the guy with all the tattoos. He got torn apart. Findings of merit, extraordinary valor, exceptional performance. No estate known, though. Lewis Walker. Attempted mutiny. Yeah, Lewis was the guy, the last person before the captain. He's the one who went to go and, like, stab him in the back, because he, like, snuck around behind the captain's cabin. Volkov, one of the Russians. He got shot by the captain, I think. He got shot by somebody. He murdered, Paul. Alarcus Nikishin. He drowned. Attempted mutiny, theft of cargo. He's one of the people who died from the mermaids, I think. Alexei Toporov drowned by a beast. Again, another person who tried to kidnap people and got killed by mermaids. Nathan Peters, the seaman. He fell overboard. Poor guy. Wait. Yeah, this is the guy whose brother died. And he murdered somebody. And then they tried to escape and their whole thing got killed by the Kraken. Yeah, the other guy got shot by the lady on the boat. Sorry, yeah. That's what I meant. Because I always get confused because the captain's sitting there with a gun, but he didn't actually shoot the lady in the boat shot. Lars Lind, clubbed by Peters. Was this the guy who's like, you know, what's going on down here, club, or whatever? that quote I like. John Naples, killed by a sword by F. Dahl. I think this is the guy who the other guy went a little bit crazy from the curse or something. There's like one instance where the first one of the underling people, not the seamen, what are they called again? Shoot. The stewards, stabbed somebody or like chopped his arm off or something. Something like that. You know, like he like stabbed him or something, and the other people took him away for being like a crazy person. Something like that. And they say like, oh, it must be the curse or something. I don't know. Oh, he's the Danish guy who got clubbed for being Danish. Yeah, that's right. Oh, he didn't get clubbed for being Danish. He got clubbed because he was involved in the death of the other guy's brother. Nathan Peters' brother. Because Nathan's like, you killed my brother, prepare to die. The heinous crime of Denmark. But yeah, he's like, hey, I saw you. You were involved with those ropes. You killed my brother on purpose. Should have done this earlier. Bop. Poor Rajab Renfred. He died from a mysterious illness. Abraham Akbar, crushed by a beast. He also murdered 2 people. Not very good. William Wasim, crushed cargo. I think this is the guy when the cook like poked the crab, and then like they all tripped, and then he got in the head. I think this is him. Solomon Saeed also died of illness. Hamadol Diom got spiked. Henry Brennan got knived, as we found. He also murdered somebody. Not good. Attempted mutiny as well. Alexander Booth fell overboard. He was also one of the people that tried to ditch. Patrick got speared. George Shirley got shot by a cannon by poor Akbar. Akbar didn't mean it. That's why it said he murdered like 2 people. He didn't mean the first 2. He didn't mean any of them. He accidentally lit the fuse too early. They tried to put it out and the Kraken turned that cannon and shot. Smart beast. He got fined 40 pounds for something he didn't mean to do. Samuel Peters got crushed by cargo at the very start. 15 pounds for you. A preliminary draft of this assessment has been approved by the Royal Trade Guarantor. Total claimed 29,260 pounds. On behalf of the Honorable East India Company, I certify all statements as accurate and declare this matter closed in its entirety. I guess we have to sign as the chief inspector, don't we? Here we are. The pocket watch remains in your possession. The book returns to its original owner, Henry Evans, in Morocco, as requested. Now let's see if he's going to tell us what happened in that mysterious chapter. 1 year later.
Can you believe it? A package at this hour. Oh, the thing smells just dreadful. Better you don't open it inside. I'll be turning in now. Tea's in the kitchen if you need more.
Should have picked a sleepwear brigantine. They would have avoided the encounter with the Kraken. I think they actually changed something, Edelweiss. I think you now can get attacked by a Kraken in one of those. It's just very low chances, from my understanding. It isn't just the biggest ship. I think at least the second biggest ship, but maybe a sloop as well. Yeah, I think they changed that within the past, like, couple months or something. I think it was before the Pirates update they changed that. Ooh. Yeah, it's been a while since I played it too. I want to do the Pirates content thing. I don't know if that's a limited time event or if that's just a new update, like another Tall Tale you can do. I think it is. I'm talking about Sea of Thieves Reganomicon. Sea of Thieves. I need to get a good crew together for that. It's hard for me to find good people for me to play co-op games with. Because I need people who keep up with my pace. If people don't keep up with my pace, I get kind of annoyed because I feel like I have to like explain everything. If like someone's not paying attention, it bothers me. You know, like I don't mind going like, oh yeah, they said to do this. But if, you know, people are just completely confused and don't know what to do all the time, you know, or if people just are like constantly like chaotic and, you know, or just like, you know, interrupting me and different things like that, then it's like very frustrating for me to play. And sadly, I've had like a couple of like decent experiences in Sea of Thieves. And also some not good experiences. So it really just depends on the people. It's so hard to find co-op games. It's not even just that game either. Some other games, it's like, you know, I'm pretty decent, I think, at most genres, but I play to people who aren't good at certain ones, and it's kind of like, it's hard. Like Deep Rock Galactic, which isn't the most player-friendly game to begin with, because you're going through randomly generated tunnels, essentially, full of spider bug things, and you're trying to mine stuff and point out stuff. You can't see your teammates through walls or anything. There's no, like, usernames floating above anybody, so you'll get confused on who's who, and you'll, like, turn around, look at something, and turn back, and your crew's just gone, because they've advanced. And then you have to, like, open up this whole map that you have to hold open, and you can't move while you have it open. It's a whole thing where it's just purposely kind of hard to like keep track of where your crew is. It's about a lot of vocal communication. And that game just didn't work for a lot of us as well. It was fine for me, but some other people got lost easily. They couldn't navigate their way back out of like caverns and things, or they couldn't keep track of who's who, or they'd get distracted by something and now they're completely lost. Yeah. It's a game that purposely doesn't have a lot of signposting in it, other than things like you can place down flares, but they'll burn out after so long. It's really a thing where you're supposed to just keep with your dwarven crew and like constantly like go, hey, there's a thing that way, there's a thing over there, there's this here. All right, we're gonna move in this cavern now. We're gonna move forward. Everybody with me? But the problem is most of the people I play with don't really communicate that well, sadly, as much as I try to. So you'll just be playing and just nobody's talking. And it's just like, guys, we gotta make call outs. We gotta say, hey, can someone put a bridge here? And I would say that, and then nobody would respond. And I'd be like, all right, who's the engineer? You. Can you put down a bridge? And they're like, oh, sorry, I wasn't paying attention. It's like, oh my god. and it's kind of time based as well, because more waves, like the waves will get more intense if you don't finish your mission fast enough. It's just one of those things where I need like a good crew that's like ready to pay attention and like play a game. I played with many people who just kind of like zone out and just do their own thing in games that are very much co-op heavy. Like you have to work together, and it just doesn't work. It's almost like playing a puzzle game, but then the other person's just not paying attention. They're like, "What? You need what? I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just wandering in a tunnel." Or, you know, I didn't get any sleep. So it's like, why are we playing? We could just do another time. I don't know. One of those things. I need good people to play games with. Good people for my personality and mindset and things. It's difficult. I think the last time I had like a really good group of people was during my board game club. Or it wasn't my board game club, but a board game club I was in college. There were a lot of good people. Some people were like really good at the games, but they knew how to like pare it back in order to play with other people for the most part. Unless they're playing like a DC deck builder and they get the most overpowered build possible because they just want to like play around and have fun. But we had a lot of people who were very knowledgeable and like people who'd want to teach other people stuff, and they would like purposefully not do the most ideal like setups and builds because they knew that they would end up power playing because they had more knowledge and making it not fun for new people. But yeah, like if you're playing a game where you have an option to like, oh, I know if I just keep pulling from this deck, I'll eventually get this item probably before anyone else. They would go, okay, I'm gonna pick this other one, which is like fine, but it's not like the most optimal thing to do, you know? Stuff like that. And, you know, it always kept things fun, especially for new people as well. Anyway. Chief Inspector, I write to you with the unfortunate news that Dr. Evans has passed away. He succumbed to his illness shortly after receiving your package. He was very pleased with your correspondence and asked that his gratitude be expressed by returning the book to you, along with the means to complete it. As for the three of us that remain, the Obra Dinn is a distant memory and a dreadful chapter in our lives that we wish to forget. Do not write back. Regards, Jane Bird. So Evans escaped with Jane Bird and Elizabeth something or something else. The other lady who murdered somebody. And somebody else. It was the surgeon. And they're in Africa right now. Or they were in Africa and then they like went somewhere in Africa and then they went to Morocco. But yeah. So it looks like Dr. Evans passed away from an illness. Mysterious. Oh, there's a bunch of things here. Alright. What is this? It's also in Africa, but like a different part of Africa than presumably they went to before. Oh god. No wonder it smells awful. It's a severed hand. Oh. He gave us a severed hand because he knew that because he's the one who gave us this compass. So we can go back to whenever this creature was killed. Presumably this is one of the mermaids. All right. Can I grab that first? This tale belongs to you now. Please finish it, H.E. We'll figure it out. Haven't seen that in forever.
Collect your things. Where's the key? To that door. Gone. Damn. There's no time. We need to go. Right. What are you up to? Nothing else.
Presume this is the captain. Oh, what is that? He shot the monkey! It was a monkey hand! That was the surgeon's monkey! That's the captain, right? No, it's the surgeon. The surgeon shot his own monkey. I'm guessing because the monkey maybe went crazy or something. Oh, jeez. Oh, we got more people who died in here. Oh boy. So it was a monkey paw. In the lazarette. A friendly but not entirely pleasant monkey companion was sacrificed in the pursuit of knowledge. Oh. They sacrificed them. And Paul Moss, who was already killed by a sword, and Henry Evans was there. Got some more bodies here. Who is this? Oh, that's right. We never figured out who this was. He looks like he's probably a steward. No? He's wearing an interesting outfit. He must be the captain's steward. He doesn't look like a mate. Now we know that this guy is most likely Martin. So this must be Philip Dahl, the captain's steward. We finally found him. And it looks like they opened up the chest, or they kept it open. The one that had the shell in it. Or whatever it was. It looks like they were going to maybe dump it. Who is this? That's Martin. That's what happened to them. They both died. So he got stabbed by the spider crabs. And then interestingly enough, he has a rope attached to the monkey, and he shot and killed the monkey. I think they were going to try to fish something back out. All right, buddy. Let's see what happened to you. Ropes to get the hand back out. They say that the monkey was killed in pursuit of knowledge, though. Unless they killed the monkey on purpose because they knew about this compass that they had in order to leave a breadcrumb trail.
A third shell. The captain didn't toss them all. Leave it. Help me lift this. Stop! Why? Well, set you free. Give it the shell. Here. Do it. Hoist it out. To the main deck. Throw it over. Lock the door when you leave. Get the tail, boy. In return, the ship. The Obra Dinn.
I sink it.
See it home.
No. Yeah, he had already gotten shot by that thing. You know. Yeah, this thing. So these things still lived, and they were trying to throw them overboard back into the ocean, because they might have eternal life, who knows. So it, you know, shot some spikes at him, and then they gave it the shell to try to calm it down and throw it back in the ocean. They're trying to do the right thing. Presumably you can see what happened before that with this man as well. Oh, we know what happened to him. He got spiked by a terrible beast. I don't want to fill in everything before we get all the clues, obviously, but I don't think the game will let me. So this was Davy James, who's alive. And that's Paul, who got killed by a sword later on when they were trying to escape. Oh. There's another one of them in there. I thought it was going to be that other guy. That's the captain.
Withdraw the Kraken, or I will kill you all!
This guy still had the shell. Oh, I see. They drug the lady out of there because she was still alive. British noises intensify. So what he did is he dragged the remaining corpses of the mermaid things that were still alive down into here, and then he started torturing them to try to get them to withdraw the Kraken. Because he wanted to keep at least one of the shells, it seems. It says one other person was present. It was him. A captured beast fought against its jailer and was speared for the trouble. Now we get to... Oh, wait, what? Oh, the other one. Yeah, because there were two of them here. The other one lived.
Call it off, damn you! This is your Kraken! You brought it here! Send it back!
We'll get to him eventually. We do have to wait through these, by the way. They're on a timer. And unholy creatures' defiant shrieks were greeted with a fatal bullet. Alright. Buddy. See what happened to you. Did the captain kill you, or did one of those things kill you? Looks like maybe the captain.
What's this? Quicksilver.
Herregud.
So he opened up the chest, which is cursed, and then he died. What is Quicksilver again? Definition. Liquid metal mercury. Okay, that's what I thought. I thought it was like liquid metals. Like, is this something that I should know? Yeah, it's mercury. In liquid form. Which it usually is. So he opened it up and presumably reached inside. And then he, like, caught on fire or something. He burned, basically. Because the other people also caught on fire, so... It's just like this, their treasure that they were bringing along was just like this liquid metal, liquid mercury that's like on fire perpetually or something. Yeah, the captain's steward. We know that he burned to death. Obra Dinn! I guess I couldn't label the monkey. So what was the reason that this was hidden? Just so we wouldn't know that the treasure was Quicksilver? Because for some reason that attracted all the mermaids, and then they eventually tossed the living ones back overboard to get them out of here. And then they said they couldn't trust the captain anymore. The Quicksilver was hiding the shell from the mermaids? Maybe. Yeah. Well, there we go. Yeah, I guess that's probably what it was. Taking on the rowboats brought it close enough that the mercury wasn't enough to keep them from seeing it. I guess so. It was a little confusing because I don't think... Because, I don't know. Like, why did they, like, catch on fire, though? I guess that was just an effect, so you could tell that they burned to death. Because the one guy, the one guard was like, oh, screw this, the mermaids are after the shell. Then he opened the thing, like, reached inside, and I guess he was trying to throw the shell back in the ocean. But then what they ended up doing, because the mermaids had their own shells as well. Like a weird spell thing. Yeah, it was like a curse or something that like set them on fire for like touching the shell or something. Hey, there's that guy. Very annoying. Trying to figure him out. The cool thing here is you can actually figure out, based on the fact that you now know who voices who, you can actually figure out who was talking in every scene. Mercury repelling the supernatural is a common theme. Oh really? I didn't know that. I knew Mercury was just like a thing in the supernatural, whether it's like alchemy, or usually I think it's like an alchemy thing, like it's an ingredient, like oh you drink mercury and then you live forever or whatever. Or maybe something specific is like scared of mercury, but usually it's a silver thing, I think. It's one of those weird things, it's liquid metal, it's like, ooh, it's like a source of power of some kind. So from what we can gather is the Obra Dinn was set out to go, presumably to Taiwan. I think they probably said at the very start where they were actually going, but I don't remember. Or they were going to go to the Cape of Good Hope or something, and then they were going to go to another ship. But then those people got kidnapped because they realized that they had some kind of treasure. They didn't know what the treasure was, but they just took it away anyway. Then they got attacked by mermaids who found them because they wanted the shell back. And then they summoned a kraken to go attack them. The captain started torturing the ones that they hauled back on board because they apparently lived through a lot. And then they killed the monkey because I guess that one guy was like, hey, I have this magic compass, or magic pocket watch. I keep wanting to call it a compass for some reason. I have a magic pocket watch that if you sacrifice someone, they can go back in time and then go through all these corpses in this room. So we should sacrifice the monkey. That way we still have a way to present the truth to somebody. Supernatural seems to be pretty normal, I guess, in this universe, seeing as we were an insurance agent and we were given this pocket watch to go investigate all this by that guy, but everybody believed us when we said people died this way. So very cool game. I like this game. Very good. I felt like I was like lost at a couple points, but it was mostly just like, okay, whose name did I guess wrong? you know, what detail did I miss? I think there were some weird slow points, like when you find a corpse, you need to unlock another one. This cloud slowly, lazily drifts around, does some loop-de-loops, does how it pleases. Even if the corpse is right next to you, it tries to be all dramatic. And if it goes too far out of range, it'll stop moving. You have to go walk over and make it continue. The music's great though, as you can hear. We don't get music all the time, but when we do get it, it's pretty snazzy. I love the sound design. Very good. This is a very, very cool investigation game, and we were able to play it thanks to Axe, who gifted me the game. But yeah. Dun, 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 dun.